All right, again, fellas, we struggle streaming, like O'Shea say, until I can figure out everything. But today is assessment day. If you're watching this on playback, if you join the live, if you don't, I know y'all gonna watch it on playback. So let's talk. Today is assessment day. Go in the mirror, look at yourself, get a pen and paper, and write down what level you are in life. If you're at the bar that you want to be, write down if you want to upgrade to the next level. If you want to stay there, that's good too. But wherever you're at in life, just write down where you're at. If you're not where you want to be, what are you going to do to change it? You're now tuned in with the Up Next Lifestyle, and I'm your host, Hugh Up Next. And on this channel, I aim to encourage the everyday average man while giving him a dose of the red pill. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and smash the notification bell. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, follow my social media. All my links will be down below. And let's get into it. So, I'll give you a little background today. I was thinking, I was like, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Nowhere near. Last year I thought I was going to be at a bigger level where I was going to be at this year. I decided to drop out of college. 2019 was my last semester in college. And I was like, okay, I'm about to drop out of college, but I'm about to be making way more money out of college than I would be. Like when I was working the current job I'm in now. I was like, dang, I got the job or whatever. Then I was like, I'm getting paid this much. Okay, cool. Then I see my first check. It was like, I've never seen a work check with a K on it. And I was like, dang, okay, yeah, I'm making it. Okay, I'm about to make it. I'm about to be at a way more better level next year. Then boom, COVID happened. I don't know if they're gonna strike the stream or whatever, but that happened. And I'm like, man, that happened. Cool, we still making the same amount of money. Month later, they dropped the pay. They dropped the pay. They dropped the freaking pay. And I'm like, man, I'm still making more than what I was making it when I was working on campus. But I was like, man, this is not enough. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. They shortened the hours because at first we could work a lot of hours. I think we could start working at like 7 o'clock and get off at like 11 p.m. if we wanted to. But I was like, when the C happened, the virus, whatever happened, everything dropped. All of my money dropped, my time that I could work dropped. And it was just, man, I think we ought to work like 2-3 hours a day. And now I'm recovering now because everything has slowed up. They raised the pay up, not to what it was, but they raised it up better than what it was a few months ago. I don't know when, I think like 4 months ago, whatever, 4-5 months ago. And they're giving us more hours now. So now I'm looking at myself like, now, okay, things are starting to look up again, where I want to be in next year or next few months. The start of the year, where at the end of last year, I made my first crypto investment. It grew to what it is now. And, I'm steady, I'm just holding that forever. And, now I'm just getting my life together. So now I know I'm way below where I want to be. So I wrote down where I am now and where I want to be in the next year. I'm not meeting the bar right now, which is understandable. I was a college kid. What can you expect? So I don't get too down. That's what, I was just a college kid. You can't really make money in college, and you're not gonna make that much money in your 20s. So now what you gotta do is when you're a young adult, whether you're a teenager, young adult, now we gotta look into the future. We gotta know what we want, and we gotta know how to get there. This is where the work come in. This is where the work come in. Right now. If you're whatever level you want to improve in your life, maybe I don't know, maybe it's your money. If you're not having money problems, maybe it's your weight. Maybe you want a bigger house, a better car. But how can you get it? How can you obtain it? What are you going to do to obtain it? You have to have a plan. You got to have 2 plans in life: a starting position and an exit strategy. You have to start in one place and you got to know when to leave or how you're going to leave. Because life is all about levels. And you don't want to leave when the game retires you. You want to leave. You don't, to be honest, I know Kobe, you don't want to leave like Kobe did. Kobe lived terribly to me. He left when the game retired him. You want to leave, you want to retire yourself. Maybe the game needs you back. You know, people all have those questions. Was there any more left in the tank for him? Or whatever. Maybe you could think one day, could I ever came back or whatever? You don't want the game to retire you. So you need an exit strategy. You need that. And you need to actually start. It's just like, I'm gonna go back to the exit strategy again. Maybe you invested into something, a stock or whatever. Maybe it's something and it blows up in the future, or you blow up in the future. You gotta know when to leave, when to walk away. You don't want to walk away when the building's on fire. You don't. So those are just 2 positions. You need to start somewhere. You need to know when you need to leave. But before all of that, of course, you got to know what you want and how you're going to obtain it. A lot of people are lazy. You cannot be lazy. You can't be lazy. Your life depends on it. Your life depends on the work you put in. You will be in the position you're in, or worse position that you're in, if you don't put in the work. You cannot be blessed for nothing. We live in a society that tells you to wish for things. People use prayer as wishes. People don't realize that just because you pray for something, a lot of people ask God for a lot of things. Is he going to give it to you just because you ask? No. You got to put in more, do more than that. All you got to do is just use the examples in the Bible of what they had to do. What each person had to do. Abraham, he had to stay to build the tents and go inside and pray them. That's why God blessed him with the land. But we're not going to go too far with that. But yeah, what is your assessment? I don't want to go too much into a tangent. What's your assessment in your life? How are you performing? Performance is everything. Are you underperforming? Are you overperforming? Are you performing just right? And we always want to get to the point where we're overperforming, because now we're putting in more work than the average person would put in. We're putting in more work. We're overachievers. You overachieve, you get over success. So guys, I need you to do this one thing for me today. Write down, look in the mirror, take your pen. Write down an assessment of everything about you. Every single thing. Body, bank account, investments, savings, your car, everything. Look at it, or if you don't got a car, everything. Everything that you want. Everything that you need first, and then everything that you want. And see if you can improve this. Figure out a way to improve it. All right, guys, it's just a short live that I'm going to do today for you guys. I'm going to bring these to y'all just to encourage y'all, encourage the everyday average man. I'm bringing these lives to y'all as frequent as possible. And then when these start popping off, and bring y'all the real lives with the good setup, the good lighting, with everything. We're just gonna improve. We're just gonna steady improve. All right, guys. I'm gonna see y'all over in the next scene, and shalom.